All right, let's talk about my top 5 biggest mistakes I've made since I've started painting. First one is worrying too much about what others think. And what I mean by that is I'm not talking about during a critique. A critique is something totally different. You know, usually a critique, I'll send a photo, or if I can, I'll get artists to come over, check out some of my work and give me their thoughts and opinions on it, their critiques, their constructive criticism. That's way different than worrying about what your mom thinks of it or what your grandma thinks of it, if they're not artists. My grandmother is an artist, so I like hearing her thoughts on it. But my mom, I used to, when I first started painting with acrylics, I would finish a painting and I'd be really hyped up because like I was so amazed that I was able to get this good outcome for this painting. So I was, you get that painting high where you're like, oh man, this came out great. I can't believe I made it come out this great. And I would go run upstairs and show it to my mom. I'd be like, what do you think about it? And she'd be like, yeah, it looks okay. Yeah, maybe that's a little off. Yeah, it looks all right. And I would just be like, pew. You know what I mean? I mean, she was giving her honest opinion, but at that point in time, I didn't really want to hear it. You know what I mean? It wasn't a time for a critique at that point. I just wanted, I just wanted someone to be like, yeah, that looks great, and that's the problem, is having that expectation, wanting someone to just lie to you and say, yeah, that looks amazing. Just to make you feel better. So, to keep you on that high. So basically it's having that expectation really about wanting people to say that it, just wanting to feel good about it. And it's you have to just put that to the side and go, you know what, I think it looks great, and I don't think that, the color's off or this is off. That's how it actually is. That's how I wanted it to be. And if somebody else thinks that that's wrong, that's their opinion, but it shouldn't affect me. Try not to take things personally. But anyway, number 2 is not experimenting enough. So, in the beginning I painted with acrylics, and I was really afraid
It's 4:30.
I was really afraid to mess with oils. I didn't really want to go down that path. I just wanted to really explore acrylics as fully as I could. And I didn't paint portraits that much. I didn't paint animals that much. I didn't paint still lifes at all, really, for the first 2 to 3 years. And I kind of regret doing that, but at the same time, I didn't really have the resources to be able to do those things. I mean, a self-portrait I could have practiced, actually, because all you need is a mirror. You don't really need good lighting. If you want a good painting, yeah, but just for practicing and doing what you have to do at that point in time, you just flip on a light, put a mirror in front of you, and start painting. So I kind of, that was one of my mistakes, is not trying to paint everything. I kind of just did landscapes, and that was my thing. I mean, I liked nature and all that, but really exploring deeply, trying to paint different objects gives you the ability to just paint anything. And it gives you insight on how to approach trees differently, or how to approach, painting a glass jar can open your eyes up to so many different things, the light effects and shadows, and how to handle things that you may see in nature or that you may see in portraits. So not experimenting enough. The next one is wasting money on cheap materials, beginner materials. And basically what I mean is, when most people start out painting, it's fine if you want to get the student quality paints in the very beginning. They're cheaper, just trying out, seeing if painting is your thing, seeing if you even like it. But if you do like it and you continue painting, I would really recommend saving up some money if you can and getting the good quality paints. Getting, 3 good paintbrushes only cost you about between $15 and $30 for 3 or 4 good paintbrushes. And they will last for like 3 years. So just think of the investment. Think of how long they're gonna last. 3 years. I mean, you know, divide that by 30 bucks. I mean, that's $10 a year or something. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say. It's cheap in the long run because you're saving money. You don't end up with stray hairs in your canvas. The paint's better. There's more pigment in it. Most student quality paints, and Gamblin even admits this on their website. You can check that out, that the student quality paints have 50% less pigment. And instead of pigment, they put, I believe it's calcium carbonate or something, some kind of chalky powder basically, and it extends the paint. It's like a filler. So your pigment load is 50% less. Pigment is the actual color. So you want more color, it's gonna handle differently. It's a different texture. So definitely don't waste money on beginner materials. Just save up that money you were gonna spend and put it toward the good materials, because it's gonna help you in the long run, and you'll get the feeling, the real artistic feeling that you get from high quality materials. The next one is not going to museums enough, not checking out high quality art in real life enough. It's when you find inspiration on the computer, it's way different than if you're going to a museum and checking it out in person. I've been to a few museums around the area and some shows and stuff, and it inspires me so much to go see them, and being able to look at the paintings up close and seeing the brushwork and seeing the level of artistic ability and rendering, and it's just it's an inspirational experience. It gets you charged up, it gets you ready to go home and just try to paint everything and anything you can, and just master it. And that's something that if you don't do it, you know, a few times a year, you're missing out on that inspiration. You're missing out on that feeling, that energizing feeling you get. And just get outside, man. Go live your life. Go check out some artwork with some of your friends, your family, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever. Go to a museum, check it out, and check out some great artwork from, you know, they don't have to be popular artists, well-known artists. There's a lot of great paintings out there to check out, so definitely check them out. There's probably a museum in your area, so just go online, search it up, and see what shows are out there. The last mistake I made is being too critical on myself. Now there's a point where being critical is really good, because it pushes yourself to, for me, it pushes me to keep creating, keep pushing myself. I know I can do better. I know I can make this painting look better. But being too critical sometimes can hold you back, because you get too perfectionist about it. You have to have every brush stroke look perfect. Everything has to be perfect. And that's when you start getting down a weird road that you don't want to go down. You know, you want to choose the other path in the fork in the road. You know what I'm saying? You want to not be so critical. Have fun with it. Just let it go. Be like, okay, this painting didn't turn out that great. Critique it. Why didn't it turn out? Send it to some artists you know online. Take a photo. Send it to these people. Ask them, what's wrong? What do you see wrong with this painting? How would you fix it up? Why isn't it at the quality of this painting that I did? Figure those things out. But don't be so critical, and don't have that negative self-talk. You know what I mean? Try to be positive. Encourage yourself to paint more and go, man, I'm going to do another painting right now, and it's going to be way better than that one. And if it isn't, the next one after that's going to be better. You know, it takes time. There's steps you're going to take in this journey. There's bumps down the road. You know, there's rocks in the road. There's a bunch of things that you have to overcome to finally get to that vista. You know what I mean? Seeing that epic landscape, seeing what you're capable of, reaching your potential, your full potential. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful. Post any comments down below. What are some mistakes have you made along in your journey? Let me know. Help everyone out. And thanks for watching. Peace.